lose, I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't
Hello from MV Ranch. Okay, so we have some ideas, and take these glasses off so you can see and I can see. And Mike is going to explain a little bit about what we're going to do. We're going to be building a building on the property, and he's going to explain what it is. So here we go.
Hello, how are y'all? We're going to be building a building for my shop mainly, or at least that's what I hoped it to be, is my shop. But we're going to also build a temporary 2 or 3 years, or who knows how long, living quarters in it for us to stay until we can afford to build the house. We're going to build the current plans is a 48 length and a 32 depth shop, which will be 16 by 32 on the living quarter side of it. That would make the shop a square 32 by 32. I'm hoping to have a lean-to on the front of it, in front of the excuse me, in front of the garage doors, or a garage door, and then the walk door. Keep them out from the weather, so help keep them dry in case for whatever reason they may be open. And we're probably going to do a white building with a wainscot black, and either a black roof or maybe even a galvanized roof with black accents. I think it'll look good. Our future plans is for the house to be white with a black roof. So we're just playing it by ear for now, but that's where we are as far as making the plans, and that's about the gist of what I know for now.
Okay, so I'm gonna show them kind of an idea of where we're going to be at. So we're gonna walk you over. So this is the northernmost point of the shop. We're really close to the corn crib right now. Kind of get an idea where we're at. There's the corn crib. Old house places in the distance. So here's the northernmost point. We're going to go about 78 feet from the road. So we're looking at removing a couple of trees to go to the other side of the shop area. So I'm going to have to do some cleanup with that cherry tree. We didn't realize that was a cherry tree when we cut it down. We started doing forestry mulching and figured out that's what that was when it was so dark. We found out it's really bad for cows, so we had to clean it up really fast. So here's the fence line. We're just going to go over the fence line about 15 feet, see how close it is to the old house place, and then you can kind of see where it is from the big tree. And this is what we're going to be looking out at as far as our front porch area. So it's a really beautiful view out to the flat top pasture and the road. And I know you can't see it, but there is a silo right behind that big tree. We're going to be clearing out some of that so that we can see the silo again. Alright guys, so I don't know what you think about the shop and shed idea, but I really like it. I think it's going to get us on the farm, and I think we'll be really happy to be here and be able to work without having to go back and forth. 85 miles is a long way to go when you have just a couple of days a week to get things done. So while Mike is working with the tractor today, I am working on the corn crib, and there's a little bit to do, just to show you kind of what I'm dealing with. So we have rats that love to build nests. So this just happens on a farm. Just some things that you have to deal with and take care of, and it's just, we've used it for storage, and it has just kind of sat empty for a while. So my parents just are getting up in years, and it's too much to take care of. So they needed some help, and we needed to get busy and take a little pride in the land and the furnishings on it, and we're very thankful to be here and appreciate the opportunity to come back home and enjoy it and listen to the crickets and the frogs in the creek, and every little thing means a little bit more when you've been away from home for a while. Not that the flatlands are bad. I like the flatlands. There's many things about it that I will miss. I will not miss the dust storms around Mother's Day. The flooding with the floodway ditches, that kind of scare me a little bit. Not that we don't have flooding here because the river is so close. Mosquitoes, will not miss at all. We don't have as many mosquitoes here on the farm, but I'm going to trade that for ticks. So I don't know if that's a great trade or not, but here we go. So I hope you guys are having a good spring. It's been beautiful weather. As you can tell, it's kind of windy, and we got a storm coming this evening. It's supposed to be here later on, so I've got to get busy and get things going and quit talking. So I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Strange to imagine that this white oak tree was standing when my great-great-grandparents, Andrew and Maud, were building the 2-story farmhouse right there in that living area. And the trees that were in this fence row were little when I was growing up. We had a fence there, and there wasn't anything there that I remember when my dad built that fence. And underneath, close to where that tree is standing, there used to be a sorghum press and a pig pen, I believe, or mules. They had to have a mule to work the sorghum press. I'm not exactly sure if the mules were stored there or not. And then about right in there, right in the middle between those cows, there was a chicken house close to where the pecan tree is on the other side. So we're building pretty close to where my ancestors had several different means of survival. The sorghum press would have been something that the whole community would have had to have helped with. And my great-great-grandfather Andrew was an entrepreneur. He had a business in goats and several other things that I know of. Cows, and we even have an envelope with a picture of a pig, so I know he had pigs too. So I guess what I'm saying is I come from a long line of farmers and people who have enjoyed the land, and that's what I'm ready to do. Now that I'm nearing retirement, it's getting really exciting. I've started my countdown at school, and I'm less than 200 days now, so because the next school year is 180 days, I can kind of judge how many days I've got left. And I turned in my final contract this week, the last one I'll be able to turn in, because next year I won't have to. So it's really exciting to be able to do that. I know a lot of people don't get to retire. They have to work until they're much older than I am, so I am counting my blessings, and with the knowledge that we're going to have to live sensibly and learn how to live off of the land and how to use things that we've already got to make things work. Especially with the economy, I think everybody's having to think that way anyway. So, but I hope you're having a blessed day.